Oh no. Hold the phone, people. Wait, for some reason this won't let me turn. Hello, peeps. Wait, why isn't this letting me? Dang, I think we're stuck on this roto, unfortunately. Hello, you guys. I don't know what's up, but I can't turn it to be horizontal. But, you know, that's okay. We're going to be flowing with it. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you, guys. How are you guys here before me? What the fook? Oh, thank you, Chloe. I know you're not here, but thank you so much. Thank you, Kiara. Yes, thank you guys for 40 freaking K. I kind of was very shocked. I just didn't really realize. And I just am like, dang, we really freaking be out here, you know? So I just wanted to celebrate / do this live to thank you guys. Hello, Daniela. Hello, hello. Guys, I'm so happy you're all here. Thank you for coming on short notice. It was a surprise, but all of a sudden I just decided to go on a whim. I was like, I'm gonna go live. I woke up again into alarm. Dude, I cannot believe you set an alarm to watch my lives. Yes, this will be saved, and thank you so much, Carolina. This will be saved. All of my lives will be able to be watched back on my page. Hello from Alicante. Hello, Christina. I wish I could go back to Alicante one day. I definitely will. Hello. Hello, hello. Thank you, Suki. Thank you, guys. Oh, you emailed me, Suki? Interesting. I definitely will check that and get back to you. I did not see that. Hi, Skylar. Thank you so much, Skylar. That was very sweet. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for the well wishes. I can't believe that. I don't know, guys. We're just on the up and up, you know? Okay, let me put on my background music, my elevator music for us, so it's not so silent. I have to put on elevator music so I don't get copyrighted. Also, this is how weird my brain is, but this is literally what I was thinking today as I was unloading the dishwasher. Hear me out. You know how we say, like, okay, if you write something, how do I explain this? It's like, oh, like that was written yesterday, or like that was written 30 years ago. We don't say like, oh, I righted, like that was righted yesterday. So why do we say copyrighted? Like, shouldn't it be copywritten? That's how my brain worked. Some soft music. I listen to lo-fi hip-hop beats to study / relax to. This lighting is very interesting. Okay. I'm kind of in a weird mood right now. Kelsey, thank you so much. You've been here since 4.3K. That's actually crazy. Damn. Oh, geez. Want to know what? Because I know I'm going to be doing this for a while, and I just can't wait till, like, when the day comes and we freaking hit 100K and there's people going to be like, I was here when you had 3K. Like, I wish there was a way to, like, preserve the OG group just so, like, I know. Because there's going to be no way to tell, like, you know, going forward, unless I can, like, recognize your screen name, which I hope I'll be able to. But you know what I mean? Like, I just wish we could, like, preserve us all. Like, these are the actual OG crew. I'm actually following one of your week of workouts as my program for the past few weeks, since now I am lean bulking and I can see progress and strength already. That's awesome, Carolina. I love that for you. That's, like, such a good idea, too. Like, people always ask, like, for workouts and stuff, but, like, that's exactly right. Like, you can literally just keep doing the workouts that I have in a week of workouts video and just stick with those movements and try to get stronger with those movement patterns. And there you go. You have your own little program. Oh my gosh, I totally missed Christina's comment. Yes, you need to come. I'd happily host you. And thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, I definitely want to go back. I studied abroad there, and I got cut short because then COVID happened. But yes, I would love to go back there. Watching this while doing 12/3/30. Love that. Get it, Ashley. Okay, Suki, I'll definitely check my Gmail. Stephanie, congrats on 40K. Thank you so much. You're going to grow so much still. Thanks for spreading so much love and positivity. Thank you so much, Stephanie. That was so sweet. Guys, thank you so much for being here on, like, such short notice. Congratulations. Hello from Norway. Thank you, thank you. One day I'm going to Norway. Count my word. What's the saying? You know what I'm trying to say. Say my name when you see my comment, please. If I could actually freaking Jolana, I'm so bad at pronunciations. If you guys are new, like totally feel free to put your pronunciation in your comment. I don't take offense to it. If anything, I think it's like, I don't want to be disrespectful by mispronouncing your name. So is it Joliana? Let me know. I'm so awful with it. Hello, love. Morning from New Zealand. Jealous of you, Rebecca. I wish I was in New Zealand with you. Because it's copyright, not copyright. You know what, Jetty? You really just clarified it for me. Thank you. I'm trying to find a way if I could. I'm seeing if there's any instance where it's different. But no, I think you hit the nail on the head. Thank you, smart gal. I did that. Wait, okay. Another embarrassing story, but sometimes I'm just such a space cadet. I did kind of like a similar thing that I just said, kind of, but with picture like a photo and picture like a pitcher of water. I forget what I said now, but oh my God, I remember I was in college and I said something about the two between like a picture, which is like spelled as a photo, and a pitcher, which is spelled as a pitcher of water. And it was so like just not correct. Someone was like, Liv, those are two completely different words. I'm literally in the gym with my friend right now, and it's all thanks to you, love. Aw, that's so cute. I hope you guys have a good little workout together. Bailey, hello. I've been loving watching your videos, and you've been such an inspiration. I've lost 35 pounds over the past 6 months. That's super incredible, Bailey. You should be so proud. That's awesome. Wow, I'm so impressed. That's amazing. That's freaking motivation right there. Congratulations from Norway. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Yasmin. So happy for you, deserve all the good things. Thank you. You guys are very sweet. Been here since 16K. That's crazy. I absolutely love you and your energy, and you keep me noticed. Congratulations on 40K. Thank you so much, Brittany. That's super sweet. I blew up my knee on Monday. Damn, Rachel, that's a big bummer. But I'm channeling my inner Olivia and staying positive. As you should, sister. No lower body days for a while now, though. I'm sorry. It definitely is a bummer, but just like you're saying, there's like literally is nothing left to do at this point other than just stay positive about it. And there's still other things that you could do. And I think just obviously, like you already said, focus on the positives, focus on what you can do, and try to do your best to work around the injury to stay active. But I'm with you, sister. Hello from Brazil. Here before 2K. Okay, yeah, that deserves a little dab guy. That's crazy. Happy you're here. So happy to be here. Just hard-boiled 2 eggs and then making a protein oatmeal apple crisp type thing and drinking a coffee. That sounds delicious. You guys, I've been back in my last vlog. If you guys watch it, I was like, I don't know if I'm back on this hard-boiled eggs train like for good, or if I'm just like trying to do a little bit of a refresher. No, I've been obsessed with hard-boiled eggs. So now I've been making them like every morning. I love the salt and pepper on them. I like love the taste, and like with the turkey bacon to complement, like so good. Carolina, how is your wrist? It's actually doing pretty well. I don't know, there's still like my swelling is down so much, like everything looks pretty normal. Don't worry, it's not gruesome, so don't be scared. But like see how it's like thicker than the other one still? So it's kind of swollen in terms of being like wider than the other one. But yeah, it's still a little bit bigger, but like my hand swelling is down. I finally put my rings back on this hand, which I felt like I was connecting again. But it's been honestly, above anything, it's been really freaking cool, like being able to gain my mobility back, like before my eyes. Like it's honestly I kind of posted a story about it on my Instagram the other day. Like I felt like I'm like reconnecting with my body again, and it's weirdly humbling. You know, and it's like, it's kind of like when growing up, like we didn't have like the like mental awareness or like intelligence to know what was going on, like as we're able to function more, you know what I mean? But it's like now, like, it's just interesting, like already been living life, like having full function of my hand and of my arm and with my wrist, and then going to not being able to have it. Like after surgery, like my arm was completely numb. Like I couldn't even open up my hand. Like it was like I didn't have an arm, a right arm. And like seeing it slowly come back to life has been a really, really beautiful experience. And healing is just really freaking sick that the human body can do that, and just how like living things can do that. I don't know, I feel like connected to my body in a different sense. And when I first showered for the first time, being able to take this off and like get my hand wet, I felt like I was showering with my newborn baby. Like, cause I was holding it like this, cause it was like the first time I didn't have anything on it and I was able to shower and get it wet. But yesterday I put my hair up for the first time in a ponytail, which was super freaking exciting. It's like every day is like a little bit better. I could do a little bit more. I have a little bit less pain. I have a little bit more mobility. Like things come a little bit more effortlessly. But like that was big. It was really freaking, I would try to put my hair in a ponytail and there was like no shot. Like, cause the thing that really hurt me was like the twisting of my wrist. And cause hear me, like I like have to do it where I start the hair tie on my left wrist, like I can't go the other way. And so when I come here and I would twist it, that's what would hurt like so, like there just was no way that I could get the hair tie around. But I can finally do that little twist to send the hair tie back to complete the ponytail. So that was huge. I've been turning on the stove. I can twist with this hand a lot now. So we're on the up and up and it's been a really freaking cool experience. And it's weirdly like sentimental to me, like getting my hand back. And I didn't realize how much our wrist does for us. So thank you for asking though, Carolina, that was very sweet. I feel like I wanted to have something else to say about it. Oh, and I jump roped. If you saw my Instagram story, I jump roped for the first time 2 days ago, just because I was curious. I just wanted to see if I could do it, like what it would feel like. I of course had my brace on. I didn't do it for long, so I don't want to stress anyone out, but I did, like I was able to do it completely pain-free and like it wasn't difficult for me at all. Like the range of motion wasn't hard at all. So I was like really freaking happy and I just kept smiling and I was like, damn. Thankful for movement, you know? I started gymming because of you and I always go back to your vids if I get uncomfortable. I love that. I'm happy that I could be a little safe space for you guys. Literally watch this as I'm working out. Love you, Liv. Oh, thank you, Sammy. I hope you have a good workout. Also, congrats on getting your hair in a ponytail today. Thank you, Kelsey. You guys are so cute. By the way, congratulations on 40K. So happy for you. Thank you, Jetty. Dude, literally, I can't believe how, like, that was just such a good point that you're like, it's totally spelled differently. It's not the same right. I just completely slipped my mind. Sometimes I just don't make the connection. I need to think about it. Jolina. Jolina, is that better? Jolina. Hey girlie, so glad I made it to this live, watching from North Carolina, sending love. Thank you for being here. My sister just moved to North Carolina. She lives kind of near Charlotte, I believe. Hello, Liv, congrats, love you from Italy. Thank you, Victoria. Hi, beautiful, congrats, thank you so much. Fila, hello. I absolutely love how positive you are and your energy is golden. So happy I found your channel a few months ago. Thank you, Fila, that was super nice. How is your wrist going? I just kind of answered that, which I think you were here for because this isn't that old of a comment. Basically, I said everything's going well. I'm gaining mobility back, and each day I can kind of do more and more things, which is really exciting. One of my favorite sayings, we don't solve problems, we grow out of them. Ooh, that's a good one. I've never heard of that before. We don't solve problems, we grow out of them. That's awesome. I totally relate, like, I totally resonate with that because it's more so it's kind of like you gain maturity and awareness and like different perspective in the situation. That is a very good one. What's happening to my chapstick? You guys are so sweet. Thank you, Brittany, for asking about my wrist. I really appreciate you guys like being concerned. I recently started following you and joined the gym. Love your videos. It has changed my life. Love from India. Thank you. That was so sweet. It's crazy when I get comments or DMs like that saying how I've like changed your guys' life just like with just me sharing my life, which is crazy. And I just think like generally, like I do feel blessed for the way I was raised. Like I was raised in a healthy atmosphere, and that's something that like, to me, like that's a sense of privilege. And although like I couldn't control how I was grown up, you know what I mean? Like how I was raised, I can't control how I got to this point, but I can control like what I do with that privilege and like kind of this innate knowing that I have and just like knowledge that I've had just from like years of living my life and like living life this way. I just feel like now it's like my duty to be able to take that privilege and do something good with it. So it's like, if I can help you guys by giving you insight into my life and how I was raised and that sort of thing, and like the things that I know to help your quality of life, like that's kind of my goal with all of this, you know? I used to eat them all the time too, but you inspired the obsession. Salt and pep on them for life, huh? She's talking about hard-boiled eggs. And yes, I completely agree. I don't know what it is. After I eat them, I'm like, like, I love this. Like, I literally eat them for the salt and pepper on them. I don't know why. You're such an inspiration. Love the way you handle the situation with your wrist. Thank you, Tammy. That was sweet. I was weirded. Like, even my brother was so shocked. Like, because he was there with me, like, after, like, during the surgery and, like, after it happened and everything. And he was like, you've been so calm, and I don't understand why. And I didn't really think that I would be, like, if previously, if I had to imagine what would happen, I would, like, I never thought that I had, like, a high pain tolerance, which I still don't think I have a high pain tolerance, but, like, after going through this, I think I have a higher pain tolerance than I thought, and, like, tolerance for uncomfortability than I thought. But yeah, I don't know, I, like, kind of surprised myself afterwards. I was kind of like, I'm kind of, even in the moment, I was like, I feel so unfazed, and I don't really know why, but I am. Congrats to 40K. Thank you so much. Are you going to do a review of Owner Active? Yes, you guys. My next vlog, which I'm going to let you guys in on, it's not really a vlog. It's kind of like a sit-down video-ish. I did like an unboxing of some PR packages that I got, and one of them is the Owner Active. Is it Owner or Honor? Someone clarify, please. But, yeah, and I included like a review of the activewear pieces, but I will say I'm gonna add in, I think, some little blurbs, because then I worked out in those pieces. If you again follow on my Instagram, it's @LitFit, by the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram. I worked out in them both days in a row, and like they've grown on me. Like, spoiler alert, in the video I didn't love them, and now since like working out with them, I'm like, okay, I can kind of get down with this. But the thing that I don't love about the bottoms, it's just like the unibutt is so full force. And like I thought we left the unibutt back in like Gymshark's 2018 like seamless launch. Do you know what I mean? When I say unibutt, like since it's the Owner activewear sets, like the bottoms are just completely, it's all seamless. And so there's no like butt scrunch, there's no like contour lines underneath the glutes or anything like that. Honor, okay, I think it is. All right, thank you, Brittany. So, yeah, there's just like no contour, like anything on the butt, like nothing. And so it's just kind of like unibutt vibes. I tried to like pull it up so it's like really around the booty, but I'm just used to the Alphalete leggings, their Amplify collection, and especially because they have like a butt scrunch at the back, and their leggings are just so, like, I'm a person, not everyone's gonna agree with me on this, but I love my leggings that are super, okay, I just got two. Someone said Honor, and then someone said Owner. Okay, but anyway, besides the point, you guys know what I'm talking about. But I like my leggings to be freaking up my crotch. I don't know if that's disturbing to people, but I don't like when it's loose, like around my legs, when it's not compressive, because I just feel like I'm wearing a diaper. Like, I just don't like when it moves around there, especially because also TMI, but I don't wear underwear with my workout leggings, so I want it to be tight. Like, I don't like feeling like it's loose down there. So, where was I going with this? Just that I liked everything else about the workout pieces, but she needs some updates on the booty situation, because we're way more progressed in the booty community to still have a unibutt like that. I think a vein in my hand has moved from its place. It hurts me extremely. That sounds super uncomfortable. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Catch up, girl, you're falling behind on these lives. Is that at me? To read faster? Abby, yay, I was finally able to catch your live on. Thanks for being here. Congrats on 40K. It must be such an exciting time for you to deserve it, girl. Thank you so much, Abby. Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, I really don't get like too caught up on the numbers, but it's just crazy thinking that there's like that many people in our community. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, there's 40. You guys all know that I'm very passionate about like the brand message of Live Fit as a whole, and I'm like, that's really freaking cool that like my intention is reaching 40,000 people and has the potential to impact 40,000 people. You know? Following you since 2K, Tammy. That's so amazing. Hello from Germany. That is crazy. Thank you for being here, Tammy. Got any sneak peeks about the podcast? Can't wait to hear it. Rachel, so many, actually, maybe did you DM me about the name? So many people have DM'd me like, what's it called? What's it called? I'm like, people, that needs to be a surprise. Because I kind of am borderline. I'm like, should I have been like posting sneak peeks about it? Like, should I have kept it completely a secret and then just like out of the blue just like launched it? But I was too excited when the mic came in that like I had to post it when I got the mic in the mail, because I was screaming that day. I was so excited. Literally, you guys, nothing has felt more right for me in a long time than me starting this podcast. When I opened up that microphone, put on the headphones, and I plugged that shit in, I was like, this is meant for me. Like, I don't know. I'm just so excited to like do podcasting on the regular. But anyways, I'm not going to disclose the name yet. But in terms of sneak peeks, I guess I don't know what to say about a sneak peek. But I will say, like, I did record the first episode. I do have my cover art ready. I have the name ready. I have like my intro ready, but I need to like get a cool little background song to like put into it to like intro the podcast. And I want to film a few podcasts like beforehand so that I have them ready, because I'm a little bit stressed about keeping up with like 2 uploads a week on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and then having the podcast once a week. But so yeah, because of that, I want to like pre-record some stuff, so I'm a little bit ahead on the uploading schedule. So I'm thinking not this coming Monday, but hopefully the following Monday, it will be live. This is from Skylar. You sharing about your wrist condition is truly very motivating. Sometimes it's really important to share your weak points in recovery journey, be it mental or physical. Really love you. Thank you so much, Skylar. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it just was my life. Like, it is my life right now. So I wanted to share it with you guys and obviously be very real and raw about everything. I think like more than anything in the beginning, I was a little bit more discouraged when it was like still so dead, because I like was genuinely one-handed and it got frustrating. But now like I'm pretty chilling. And you guys, it's literally already been 3.5 weeks since I've broken it, and 3 weeks from yesterday of the surgery. And like we said like 6 to 8 weeks would be like the main chunk of recovery. Like, we're low-key like 2.5 weeks away from the 6-week mark. Like, time's been flying. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I think it's been going by so fast. Brittany, about is it owner or honor active? I'm sure you probably heard me just explain it a little bit. I at first didn't love it, but now it's definitely grown on me. But I think she needs to update like the booty situation of her shorts and her leggings. But I am going to post a review about it coming on Friday. Congrats from Switzerland. Thank you. Hope you're getting better soon with your injury. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I went to Switzerland and it's absolutely a beautiful country. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I won that gift card from Burfit. No freaking way. Wait, I didn't know they were even. I need to know what size jacket you got, because I want to get that one that says greatness. Wait, no way. That's awesome. Okay, that's sick. I'm so happy that you actually like entered with them. I almost wore that sweatshirt today. So I have a sweatshirt from them. It's not a jacket, but the sweatshirt that says greatness, I got it in a large, and it's definitely oversized on me. Like, the sleeves are like very scrunchy. So I got a large in the hoodie, in the crew neck that says greatness. For some reason, my IG keeps on following you. I just started following again, and it's my 3rd time doing it. Oh, thank you for circling back, Kira. Wait, that's why? I had never heard of Instagram doing that. I wonder if that explains it, because just today I noticed there's this one girl who, like, I see her follow her, like, notification that she followed me, like, often. And I'm like, it's so often that I'm like, I know you already followed me. Why do you keep on following me and then following me? But I wonder if Instagram is doing it. Watching from Bountiful, Utah. No freaking way. Hello. You guys, I'm kind of like ready to just disclose where I am in the state of Utah. For a second, I was like, it's like weird because I want to make sure I'm safe, because like who knows where this is going to go. But I'm also like, there's so many people who say what like city they live in. I don't know. Kara, hello from Maryland. I'm working on my math lesson. Watching this probably won't help me get it done. Hey, I understand the need for a little bit of a distraction, but I hope you get it done. Can you give your opinion about fitness influencers who are not certified in any way but make programs to sell over $100? I didn't even know people sold programs for over $100, like genuinely. That's a lot of money. Wow. Yeah, I think there's a very fine line To be honest, I don't really get myself in like other people's business, like figuratively, but I guess and literally right now, talking about their business programs that they're selling. But yeah, I don't really like worry too much about their lanes, but like overall for the concept of it, I don't love it. I think having some sort of certification is important just for credibility. I think it's one thing if maybe they work with trainers who can like review their stuff, but still it just doesn't really sit well with me. I don't know, and I just struggle. That's why I'm really picky about workout programs. I've never bought in one myself, but that's also why I'm like, haven't rushed to put one out, because I get asked like daily if I have workout guides or anything like that, or workout programs, and it's just not something that like I want to rush to get something out to put a price tag on it and like put it out to you guys. And I do feel like, from what I have heard about other influencers programs, is that they're very like cut and dry or generic, and there's not enough to them, but yet they pay like they're super expensive for whatever reason. Watching from South Africa, hello Kirsten, thank you Gamer. Watching your videos from Linnea. Watching your videos has made me more positive and grateful for everything in life. Sending love from Norway. That's so sweet. Thank you. That makes me so happy to hear. Have you ever tried the Kind frozen bars yet? No. I have not. Are they good? Just say that you went live and thought I should join to show support. Started watching you a couple months ago, and I love your content. Your positivity really shines through. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jesse. That was really sweet. I love Athleta. I've never tried their stuff, but are they similar to Lululemon? Because that's how they've always been in my head. I've always just felt like they were similar to Lululemon. Jackie, hi boys. What's up? You are beautiful inside and out. Thank you. That was very kind. Are you into the personality tests? Like, I can't, Enneagram or MBTI? I've never done them. I think there's totally like definitely merit to them. It's not that I wouldn't do them or I don't believe in them. I just haven't done them. I don't know enough about them. It's honor. I just checked Chrissy's Insta. Thank you. I can't tell you how much I'm happy that you clarified that. I wish that I knew that before I freaking filmed the video, because you'll see in my video I'm like, honor or owner? So it's honor. Thank you. Jess, thank you. I love you too. Jesse, favorite holiday? If Christmas, you have to give an alternate. Sorry. I understand. I feel like Christmas probably would be my favorite, but just because it's like a whole freaking season. It's not just like a holiday, like it's like a whole thing. I will say I definitely don't like Halloween, not to upset people, but you guys, I freaking don't like spooky season. I don't like spooky things. And let me tell you, quick story time. Tell me you remember freaking when we were 10, if you watched Disney Channel, I hated the month of October on Disney Channel because it was freaking, I mean, I don't really get scared, but like, I don't like watching scary things. I will never sit down and watch a scary movie. I just won't do it. And I used to get freaked out. I remember I hated the month of October when I was younger and would watch Disney Channel because it would always be like the spooky little, it wasn't even scary, but like there were spooky little commercials and I just would get like anxious and I just didn't like it. I remember I felt like I was constantly like on guard when I was just trying to be a 10-year-old watching Disney Channel in the month of October. And I remember I'd be like, I don't know what's gonna come out. I don't know what's gonna come in the commercial and I'm scared. So I don't like October. Answering your question, I don't know. I can't. What other holidays are there, bro? Honestly, 4th of July is kind of fun because I feel like it's underrated, but in my hometown growing up, like we lived on a lake and that was always like a big thing. Like everyone would go on their boats for 4th of July and I like the summertime. So I guess that'd be my answer for right now because you said I can't say Christmas. Have you ever considered writing a book? What would you write about if you did? Jesse, amazing freaking question. Actually, that's one of my life goals. Dare I say it? No, I feel like I need to talk about my goals more openly so they happen. I do really want to write a book. That's actually like a life, genuinely, it's been a life goal of mine. I would want to write about, like, I don't know how I would structure it. That's why like I need to wait also till I get more experienced in life. But I feel like this podcast is like kind of a start to me being able to write a book, like stepping stones. But I would probably want to write about like my overall kind of philosophy on life, which I know is so vague. But like, I don't know how to explain it, but like the way my mind works is like, I think of a lot of different perspectives on things. And so I would love to kind of like share my overall like philosophy and like mindset. Like it would be that type of book, like a mindset book. Does that make sense? Do you ever feel unmotivated to make videos? Actually, yes. It's not necessarily unmotivated, but I would describe it, I don't feel like creative. Like, and I think people kind of forget that sometimes, is that like it is the Very Odd Parents special. Sorry, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh yeah, so it's more like a lack of creativity, and I feel like sometimes people misunderstand that, like, because I don't know if people, like, you can let me know. I don't know if you guys see YouTube as like a creative outlet totally, but like I 100% do. So sometimes it's just like I don't feel creative, just like a painter, like want to have inspiration to paint something. Like sometimes that's how I feel, even though I'm just like talking, like even though my videos are just me living my life during the day, but still like there's still a point of I need to be in a certain creative mood and like a place of expression is how I would say it. And like sometimes I'm just not there. Sometimes I don't feel like talking. Sometimes I don't have like an idea for the way the video is gonna go. That sort of thing. So yeah, more so I feel like uncreative, and it was a big thing with my TikTok. I wasn't on TikTok for like a month because I didn't feel called or like aligned with the platform. So I would say more so I'll feel not as creative to make videos, or I'll feel like I'm trying too hard to make a video. And that's something I kind of struggle with, because a part of me, and I feel like what has granted me some sort of traction with my brand finally is like, I just kind of surrendered and was like, I'm just going to make what is truly authentic and natural to me, and also content that is helpful to others. And I just am gonna try to stop forcing things, try to stop thinking I need to produce content a certain way. Like I'm just going to be me and see what the hell comes out. So I kind of struggle with that now, like the thought of forcing content, but also trying to balance like just simply like being consistent. Like it's still my job, so I need to be consistent with it. So it's kind of like I'm finding that balance of knowing like when am I actually forcing it and like beating a dead horse, or am I just kind of at a low point but kind of need to just power through and just be real and say that I'm not super creative, but like I'm still gonna power through and like make a video. Does that make sense? So I still kind of work on the balance between the two. I will say, you guys, something has been up since you guys are asking about my wrist. I've been getting like weird pain kind of like down here up into my hand. And I think it's because I keep, I hold my phone weirdly now because I can't really hold it completely normally. So I think from the way that I type and text and stuff, it's like, I don't know, straining this muscle. I have no freaking clue, but it doesn't feel too hot. I've been doing your week of workouts, and I'm curious, Liv, like, do you do that exact routine every week? If so, how often should I change it up? Here's my thing. Also, okay, sorry. The messages come up and I end up reading them. But, I wanted to make this like more clear. When I post those week of workouts videos, those are the workouts that I just did that week. I don't follow that week of workouts for like a 6-week period, like the same exact workouts. I don't do that. I never really have done that in my fitness journey. I personally change up my workouts every time I go in. But to answer your question, you totally, especially if you're just starting out, or if you want to follow a program, by all means follow those same 5 workouts that I gave you to the T. You can do them for like 6 to 12 weeks if you want. Stick with them so you can get better at each movement pattern. You can gain strength. Totally, that's awesome. It'll really allow you to progressively overload and be able to tell if you're improving and getting stronger and causing muscle growth. So you definitely can stick with those same 5 workouts to a T. I would say change it up like anywhere between 6 to 12 weeks, depending on when you get bored and feel like changing it. But you definitely can make progress. Just make sure that you're increasing like your weight. You're doing more reps with that same amount of weight. You're adding in another set. Make sure that you're improving the difficulty and that you're constantly pushing yourself with those same exercises that I gave you. The reason why I don't do the same workout every time is just because I personally kind of get bored, and I don't just do random exercises when I go in the gym. I still stick to the same movement patterns per muscle group so that I'm still able to progressively overload like with that movement pattern. Does that make sense? So like one day, like one of the workouts I showed you, I might be doing the hack squat, but then the next leg day I might be doing a back squat, not now. But do you know what I'm saying? So I'll stick to the same, I'll just do variations of the same movement so I'm still able to like get stronger in that movement pattern. I'm also at a point more so of like maintenance right now. So I'm not like trying crazy hard to try to gain more muscle mass right now. As well, so I don't feel like as strict of a need to like stick to a certain program for a certain amount of time. Does that make sense? Hi Diana, thoughts on smoking weed? Jesse, out here with the juicy question. I'm getting 10 minutes behind. Thoughts on smoking weed? I really have like nothing against it. I don't know if this is gonna be a hot take. I have nothing against it. I don't do it. I don't really love it. I have done it before. I just don't like the way I am when I smoke, really. I just get like boring and flat, and then for some reason my body feels gross. But I have nothing against it. It's so much safer than freaking alcohol, and I never will understand how alcohol, like genuinely I will never ever understand how or why alcohol is so widely accepted and how demonized weed is. Just saying. Hey from you guys, this is like hurting my brain. I don't know why I can't pronounce things. Do you still do any like calisthenics, body weight training? Oh, I think that's worded. Do you mean like can calisthenics / body weight training build muscles? To a certain point, depending on how deconditioned you are. If you're like just starting out, it definitely can. It depends on how deconditioned you are and how much you're able to progressively overload with it. So like someone who's like fairly strong, let's say you like decently, like you've been active your whole life, you're pretty strong and you can hold your own when it comes to body weight in calisthenics, like you're not really gonna gain that much muscle or strength because there's not that much room to progress in terms of progressive overload or like increasing the difficulty of the exercises. Like there gets to a point where you kind of just need to add outside weights or else it's just not going to be difficult enough for you, or it's kind of going to start to turn more into like muscle endurance training when you get to like such high reps to continue making the exercise hard, as opposed to being in like a hypertrophy range of a little bit lower reps. So I think it depends, but there would be a small window, even if you were deconditioned and weren't very strong, there would come to a cap where like you need to add some higher resistance in order to actually see muscle growth. Have you ever thought about releasing a program from Bailey? Yes, definitely. I kind of am like, I'm starting a podcast, in case you don't know, and a part of me in the back of my mind, I'm like, should I have been starting like my program instead? But yes, I definitely am planning to release workout guides for you and just guides in general in the future. Stephanie, yeah, you're such an incredible soul. Thank you. Much love from Vegas. Thank you, thank you. My cousins live in Vegas. Thank you for the love. Thank you, thank you. When you start making videos, having channel on YouTube. This is because everyone speaks so many different languages, which I love. But when you started making videos, I think you mean like, I don't know if you mean like when I started making videos, did I have a YouTube channel? I don't know. I will tell you that I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel. I literally, when I was 10 years old, I had a YouTube channel with my cousin and with my neighbors across the street who are still like my good friends to this day, which are still on the internet but will never be resurfaced. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I just have always wanted to have a YouTube channel. Like I had 2 YouTube channels growing up and I used to pretend to do haul videos in my room alone. Like, which is very freaking cool to me because it's like sounds weird that you were like, I've wanted to be a YouTuber ever since I was little, but like honestly, yeah. Like since I was 10, I would constantly pretend to make videos. And also which is interesting about this podcast, and I think why I was so freaking excited when I got the mic in the mail and I started like playing around with it and figuring out how it worked to like prep for to record my podcast. I like remembered that when I was, again, like around this 10 years old age, I really wanted a microphone and a microphone stand, and my dad got it for me for Christmas, and I just wanted to talk in the microphone. Like, and I just like love that stuff because I just feel like your inner child or the things you wanted to do as a child like really represent what your soul like authentically wants to do and like your soul purpose and your mission. And it's just is very cool. Because like a lot of the things that I did and that I enjoyed when I was younger, I do now. Like I used to just scribble in notebooks, which is like me. My mom was like, I swear that was you journaling when you were little. Like all the stuff I'm into now, I did when I was little. And like before I could really read, like I remember like I would pretend to read books. Like, and I would just, instead of flipping the page, I would just take a chunk of the pages and flip it. Because I was just pretending that I was like reading through the book, but I wasn't even reading anything because I like freaking couldn't. Giovanna, hey, I just wanted to ask, well, background story. I played a ton of sports and was super athletic in high school and middle school, and because of that, I had a lot of leg, muscle, and stamina. But since COVID, I lost that and don't know how to grow that back, if it makes sense. I looked at your videos that goes in depth through it, but is there anything else that you'd recommend to grow back that muscle? Honestly, what I've said in my videos will be like everything that you need to know 100%, but I will say like muscle memory like is genuinely a thing. I can't escape this lighting, and you will be surprised at how much you will gain that muscle back faster than how long it took you to build it in the first place, if that makes sense. So definitely like just get back in the gym, make sure your protein is high, make sure you're training hard again, like pushing till failure. Making sure you're progressively overloading and like being consistent with it and having patience, and like I promise you, you'll get that muscle back, sister. Tropical Tantrum, 2:30 a.m. Just want to stop in and say hi. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm late. I hope you may still be here. Thank you for coming. Glad your arm is healing. Thank you. Also, Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I laugh when I watch horror movies. Oh my, that's concerning to me from someone who doesn't like them. I can't believe you laugh. I can't take them. Girl, me too. Disney Channel Halloween scared me as well. Dude, I'm serious. I love spooky season, but I grew up with a lot of death and loss in my life. So for me, yeah. Okay, to acknowledge the dark sides of life. Well, that's something that I can't I don't have experience with, but I can empathize with you for that. With that. Disney Halloween is the best Fairly Odd Parent special. Can't say I really ever consistently watched that. For facts, 4th of July is sick. I'm happy you feel me on it, though. When is the podcast coming out? I'm thinking, I guess I'll disclose this. Don't hold my word to it, but this is the most hints I've ever given at all about it. I think not this coming Monday, but the next Monday. Mindset is everything, it really is. How's your wrist? Does it hurt? I'm doing so much better. We're on the up and up. Every day is a little bit better. I can do a little bit more in terms of like mobility, all that sort of good stuff. Like I said, I have like a little bit of pain, but more so it feels like muscle-ish pain, like on the top of my forearm and in my hand. I think because the way I'm compensating, because I'm still trying to type and things, but I'm doing it in a compensated way because my wrist isn't like full mobility. So I think it's like causing my muscles to be a little weird. I would love to read a book from you. Tammy, thank you for that. That would be sick, you guys. I feel like I need to get a little bit more experience in life, but it's a life goal. I feel like I need a glass of water and a protein bar. Sometimes when I talk so long straight, you guys, I get winded. So let's go on a journey. Guys, what if we did an interactive live? Maybe I should do that instead of just sitting. Thoughts? Thoughts, mate. And I won't leave you. We're going on a trip. Maybe I should title this vlog Field Trip. We could do a Live Fit field trip. Why does everything I say when I say Live Fit in front of it sounds like a play on words? Like the Live Fit field trip? That sounds so nice. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Broken hand in motion. All right, guys, we have 15 minutes left. I need to strictly end this vlog at the 60-minute mark. End this vlog and this live because I have a busy day and I wasn't really planning on going live. Okay, what would you say to someone who wants to start a YouTube but don't know where or how to start? Hi from Canada, you inspire me so much. Had a little drip edge. Zoe, a little drip edge? What the? Okay. I would recommend, here's the thing. First of all, like for example, I'm just starting this podcast. I had no clue how or where to start. I would YouTube how to start a podcast. That's what you should do as well. Like there's plenty of videos on the internet on how to start a YouTube, just to kind of like get the basics of kind of like what goes into it. But in terms of like how to start, I think you just got to do it, especially with something in terms of like growing and starting a personal brand. Like it's something that kind of develops on its own the more that you do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can say all day long what you want your personal brand to be about, but it needs to kind of speak for itself. And in order for it to speak for itself, like your content needs to speak for itself and come together in like a unified way just by posting more videos, right? And you like going through it and allowing it to develop on its own. So I would say like do some research on YouTube about how to start a YouTube channel in terms of like the actual basics of like how to upload a video, all that sort of stuff, like the logistics that goes into running a YouTube channel. But then I would just say like practice, like just start filming. You may not love your first few videos. So if you want to, just do some practice videos that you may not post. But I will say, be careful with that, because sometimes it gets into like a never ending thing where you just never feel like your videos are good enough already, so you just never post them. I would say if anything, maybe try like 1 or 2 videos, and then your third one, just post it no matter what to make sure you actually get the ball rolling and you don't get caught in your head. But overall, you just got to start it. Be very authentic to you. Be clear about your intention of like why you're doing what you're doing, why you want to start your YouTube channel. And I would say like the key really is to mesh what you're authentically passionate about and what there is a need for in your niche, and what's going to help people. I need to catch up here. Sorry, I'm asking mad questions, but I'm just fangirling right now. Do you know what the Enneagram personality test is? Am I even saying that correctly? It's really helpful for understanding self and others. I think you might be 5 or 9. Can I just Google that and there'll be like, is it a free test that I could do? Because I don't really know, like I know it, I kind of know the idea around it, but I don't know how it works. Creativity is a natural extension of our enthusiasm. That was so profound, Suki. I love that. I keep reading that. Creativity is a natural extension of our enthusiasm. Where did you certify to become a personal trainer? Love your videos, dude. So I did from ACE, American Council on Exercise. I feel like the 2 biggest and the 2 most credible ones are ACE and NASM. But it was like completely self-paced. I know that you can, I think like if you do it through a college, they might have like an actual course, like they'll have an instructor to go through the book, but more often than not, it's completely self-paced. You go online on like either ACE or NASM on their website, you choose like what program you want, and then they send you the book and all these study materials, and it's pretty much just like a self-paced course where you study. And like I just read through the book, highlighted, made mad freaking flashcards, and it was all self-paced, and then you eventually sit down for the exam, and I'm pretty sure it was a 150 question exam, all multiple choice. And yeah, I passed on the first try. I started it, you have to be at least 18 years old to start the course. I was 18, I started it, I bought it in February, didn't end up sitting for the course until October, but I studied hardcore from like the end of the summer until October. And I was 19 when I actually sat for the exam. This is a Built bar. It's a protein bar. And the flavor is peanut butter brownie. It's my favorite flavor. Jetty asked, what do you think is better? Split workouts, upper body every other day and lower body every other day, or full body workout every other day? It completely depends on how, I'm sure you don't want to hear like the loophole to the question, but truly, it does depend on how frequently you're going to the gym. If you're able to get to the gym only 3 times a week, yes, I'd recommend full body workouts. But if you're able to go like more than that, yes, I think split workouts are better. Overall, if you're talking about every other day, I would still do upper body every other day and lower body every other day. Just because I think it allows you to hone in on each muscle group and just have like an adequate amount of volume each day. But like at the end, that's why I kind of struggle, because at the end of the day, it kind of all adds up, whether you're splitting out the volume between full body workouts every other day or condensing them to be like upper body every other day. I feel like overall on the weekly basis, it ends up averaging out. But still, I'm just more of a fan of splitting up per like body part. Love of Fate from Joseph. Are you speaking to me in Italian? Court me. I'm Italian. Let's hear about your biggest fears, hopes, and aspirations that you're comfortable sharing. Someone asked me this on a DM and I was like, whoa, this just got freaking deep. My biggest fear, someone asked me this actually in like a friend group way. Genuinely, I'm thinking of 3. Okay, so first one is not living up to my potential, just in general, like lost potential. I kind of see life as like, I have like, when I say like highest alignment, you're probably gonna hear that a lot in my podcast. Like that's like my highest alignment is kind of like my best self, like me living life through at my full potential, my full capacity in the best way that I can. And so I kind of fear like not staying on that path by like making self-deprecating decisions or, being lazy or not doing what I feel called to do. Like all those things make me feel like I'm falling off of that highest alignment of like who I truly am and like the life I'm supposed to be living out, I guess. Not in the sense that like there's this already laid out path that I need to fulfill. I know it's like I still have free will and choice, but still at the end of the day, like I want to make sure I'm making the choice to like live the best, highest life I can. So one is, like not fulfilling my potential. 2 is not finding like true love and like a true family. I do feel like that's like a big mission of mine. I've always felt that way. It's like have a family. Like I have so many things that I want to do with Live Fit, but always I'm like, okay, but like end game, like once I have my family, like that's what's something that's always, this is like really like, this is like special to me that I'm saying this, but that's like just always something that I've really felt in my heart, that like something I'm really destined to do. And I know everyone feels like they're supposed to have relationships 100% like as part of the human experience, but something about the thought of family to me like hits me in a different way. And I feel like that's when I really am gonna feel like truly fulfilled and like I did it or I made it, like when I have my family. And third thing is my third fear would be like losing someone very, 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 very close to me. Goals and aspirations, I want to have a family, and I want to grow this brand to impact as many people as I can. I want to write a book, like I said, and I just hope that I just hope more than anything this brand helps to give people hope in life, and that life is good. It's a place full of potential and abundance and opportunities, and that it's not a hard thing that we have to grudge through. Okay, make sure your phone's on Do Not Disturb. It was last time and I still got a call because it still rings. Like when my phone is unlocked, which it is because I'm using it, it just won't make a noise, but the call will still come in. So I don't know what to do. I want to put it on airplane mode, but I don't know if that's going to help. But I think it should still work because theoretically I'd be streaming from Wi-Fi, but I just want to be able to get a call. Favorite kind of books to read? 100% personal development and like mind, body, spirit books or like spiritual consciousness books for sure. How would you say you find your purpose/mission? There's actually a really good quote and it says, pain is where you find your purpose. And I really believe in that. I think hardship and struggle like shows you what you're passionate about because you want to help to fix it. And I will say, like, all of this, like, genuinely has indirectly stemmed from a hard point in my life. In every sense of the word. I really got into weight training when my first boyfriend, like, absolutely crushed my heart. He cheated on me. He was my first love. And, like, yes, I was only 17, but, like, I genuinely thought my world was ending. Like, I was 17, and it was, like, the first time I didn't sleep all night because I was crying. Like, I'd never in my life been so upset that I just couldn't sleep. I'd never in my life been so upset that I didn't eat for days. I lost like 5 pounds in the matter of like 48 hours. So I just like genuinely couldn't stomach anything. And like all of this has indirectly stemmed from that moment. Like, and when I had like the lowest relationship I had with myself, that's when I found journaling and affirmations and gratitude, which is a whole other facet to this brand that I think helps so many people. You know what I mean? So I think it's just kind of experiencing going through life and knowing, honestly, like going through pain to know like what's worth fighting for, to make you feel passionate about something. But it doesn't always need to be that. You could find something that you truly just genuinely really love that lights you up. So I think it's a mix between like being able to turn your hardships into something positive and also trying enough things and exploring enough things to find things that really light you up, that make you really happy, that you really enjoy. And then being able to have that newfound passion that you discovered into something that you were able to impact others with. Gabby, congrats on losing 25 pounds since July. That's amazing. Freaking be proud of yourself for that. That's amazing. Jetty, do you know anything about cankles? I'm in good shape, low body fat percentage, and good muscle definition, but no matter what, my ankles be big girl help. That, I don't know any, like, that's where it's kind of out of my scope of practice, but that, I just want to say, like, it's genetic. I don't know what the whole thing with cankles are. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Like, but I know my opinion doesn't matter. It's all up to you. But I do just think it's genetic. It really is. So I think that just comes down to, like, self-love, sister. Wait, oh my gosh, Francesca, 40K already. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Lorena, hi, Liv. Just found out your channel this week, and I'm loving the content. Keep up the good work and keep sharing so much love and good energy. Thank you so much, Lorena. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here. Will the podcast be on Spotify? I'm trying to catch up. I'm so behind on these already. I'm so excited. I love the podcasts. Thank you, Kira. Yes, it should be on Spotify and iTunes. Can you talk me through your food cravings and how do you handle it? Genuinely, okay, here's the thing. That's kind of also why I did that vlog, my most recent vlog, where I said like how I eat, like how I have healthy eating, but adjusted for my sweet tooth. Because like my normal diet, I don't get a lot of cravings because I eat so many things that I love, like on the regular, and it's like in the palate that I like. Like I like sweet food, so I just eat healthier, more natural alternatives that are naturally very sweet. So I feel really satisfied. Also, I find that like if I am having chronic cravings, it's usually because I am under eating or I'm not eating enough carbs or healthy fats, or I'm not eating enough protein so I don't feel satiated. But more often than not, if I'm having chronic cravings, it's most likely because I've been under eating with carbs. But with all that being said, if I do have cravings, like I'll just eat it, or I'll eat it in moderation. Like I love ice cream. So I have like these little ice cream. They're like, it's real ice cream, but it's just like a mini portion. So it's just like a snack size. But like I have that every single day. So I just eat it. I just eat it, but more so in moderation. And if I find that I'm having chronic cravings, it's usually a big sign to me that I'm like under eating or not eating enough carbs. But I'll show it to you guys. I like taking you guys on the go. Please hold. This is the Blue Bunny mini swirls. I get the chocolate ice cream on the inside because I love chocolate. But it's real ice cream, real chocolate, or real cone. It's just a smaller serving size. So I guess it's more like calorie friendly. Not that it all needs to be about calories, but I'm just saying. I would do interactive live, but I took a little rec right now. Congrats, sweetie. You deserve so much success. Thank you so much. Marietta. Hi from France. Hello. Problems for me when I try to start YouTube or really any project is my perfectionism makes me not want to ever take the action steps. Suki, I 100% get that. My brother called me a perfectionist the other day, and he's such a perfectionist. And I was like, you think I'm a perfectionist? Which I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I definitely understand that. I think that's very valid and very common. But have that awareness and say like, okay, I'm nitpicking. I'm being too perfect. Like, I just need to get it out. Hi from Greece. Hello, Marietta. Frozen Kind bars are amazing and pretty healthy. Perfect for us gals with sweet tooth. I definitely want to look. Is it actual ice cream or what is it? Because are you talking about the Kind bar, like the energy bar with like nuts and stuff? Finally made it to one of the lives. Hello, Leslie. Thank you for being here, sister. Jasmine, great advice. I love your soul. Thank you. Hello from Chicago. Zara, is that how you say your name? That's a very pretty name. I love the way it's spelled. You are such an inspiration. Keep doing you, girl. Your energy and positivity is so contagious. God bless you always and hope your wrist keeps getting better. Thank you so much. You guys are so nice on here. I can't get over it. Thank you. There's a good test on Chewity that's free. I'm going to write that down because I'll do it and get back to you. Then you can go to the Enneagram Institute to read up on the different types. There's also a couple good YouTube channels that I watch. I can give them. Sounds like a Built Bar. Yes, it is, Leslie. I still am eating it. It's so hard to eat and talk because I always get so behind on the messages anyway. By the time I chew, it's like 15 minutes later. There are lots of free conferences and talks to watch, even weekend workshops. It's shocking that we can see you through a screen and jet lag just makes it weirder. Do you like running? Honestly, kinda. I don't dislike it. I used to be a big runner in high school. The sports I played in high school involved like a good amount of running. I was a lacrosse player, which obviously has a lot of running, and I was a midfielder, so I would be running all over that field. And I ran indoor track, and then I did basketball and tennis. And I would run, like, that would be a majority of my workouts would be, like, I would go for a run and then, like, do an ab circuit. But I just feel like that's kind of what the thing was, like, in my high school was, like, you run. So I don't dislike it. Sometimes now I feel like running, and it gives me a really different endorphin release than, like, any other form of exercise, so I do like it. Lucy, watching you as I do cardio. Go for you, girl. Go for you, sister. Sorry, this lighting, I like can't see the phone. Okay. Sorry, I'm disoriented now. Jackie, yes, free anagram test. All right, I have it typed in my computer, so I'm going to do it later. I think you might be a 7. I'm a 9. Okay, so far people think I'm a 5, a 7, or a 9. So I shall see. Jetty, perfect. Thank you, Liv. That's what I've been doing lately, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, split workout 4 to 5 days a week. Definitely. I just think that's what works best, to be honest. But more than anything, do whatever, like, there's no specific magic split. Just do whatever that you're consistent with, and make sure you're just getting an adequate amount of volume per muscle group on, like, the week-to-week basis. Wait, also, hang on. Lucy, I didn't realize it's Lucy. Lucy Patron. Hello. You're my little Instagram friend. So sometimes I don't put 2 and 2 together when I read it all. But hello, sister. Thank you for coming to my live. Okay, so to keep calls from coming through, turn off Wi-Fi calling. And turn off your cellular data, but keep Wi-Fi. Okay, I'll definitely have to do that for next time. Can I screenshot this? Done. Your thoughts on personal development, ways to improve every aspect. This is like what a lot of my podcast is going to be about. But there's a very broad overall question, Jacob, but I think I don't even know like how to, I just think personal development as a whole, I think is like our responsibility as people, like in this walk of life, this phase of life. So I think it's just kind of like doing what you can to expand. Like when I think of personal development, like I personally define it as like expanding my overall awareness, gaining emotional intelligence, just expanding my consciousness and like how I look at things and like seeing things from a bigger overall perspective and just like kind of honing down on the details to see how I can be a better person, whether that being making sure I'm implementing more meditation, being on my affirmations, practicing more gratitude, journaling, like those types of things. I think it's going to look different for different types of people depending on what your best self looks like for you. But I think all of those fundamental practices that I personally engage in are like some of those fundamental practices if you do want to further who you are and expand your emotional intelligence, expand your consciousness, and live a more conscious life, honestly, as a whole. That's something I'm going to be diving more into in my podcast, more so on like specific topics, so I can kind of piece it down together, because that's kind of a very like big question for me to try to answer. Liv, I really love your affirmations and your vlogs. They're so inspirational. I'll try to make it part of my journey. I love that, Victoria. Yeah, my affirmations are so freaking powerful for me. I just want slim, dainty ankles like a little baby horse, but they're more like a little baby elephant. Baby elephants are freaking cute, Jetty, so I don't know what you be saying. I also wanted to ask you if you will ever consider trying a vegan diet. People have been commenting that. I definitely 100% will do that. I just need to like do some homework first and like think of meals. Cause like, what do you guys eat when you don't eat eggs in the morning? Like, and that's my thing. Not to trigger or be insensitive, but like these are my two like overall holdbacks that I struggle with vegan. Like, cause it's like, I just feel like then it makes a lot of people, I mean, it depends. I obviously eat a protein-centered diet. Like, I want a high-protein diet to complement my training to make sure I'm recovering properly because I'm a weightlifter. So, it just, when you're trying to get your protein in, but eating vegan options, I feel like it causes a lot of people to eat more processed options that have higher protein but are still vegan, but then it's like more processed food, which I personally don't want to be consuming. I'd rather just eat a whole food. Or, in order to get your protein source in, for my impression, then it involves you eating like, let's say like, okay, it turns into eating like beans or quinoa or other things like that that have like a higher carb to protein ratio than if you were to just eat like a piece of chicken. Does that make sense? So like there's more, I don't know, there's less like protein concentrated options when you eat a vegan diet. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just something that's different from the way that like I eat and would struggle to be able to stick to on like a long-term thing. Brianna said I decided to delete all of my social medias because I felt like they were affecting me mentally and my views on myself. I allow myself to use YouTube and found you. You are an amazing motivation. That was so kind, Brianna. And I'm really happy that this is still a safe space for you. My channel is. I feel so included when you take us with you in the camera. So do I. I kind of like it. It feels like we're on FaceTime. I love it. Agreed. Hi from Scotland. Hello. Hi, Daniela. She said, hi, Liv. I'm new to your channel and absolutely love your energy. You motivate me to take care of myself and stay fit. Hell yeah. Nikki B from Chicago. Just found your channel and I'm obsessed. Great content. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Marwa, hi from Egypt. I love that. How to get rid of cellulite. Congrats. Again, that's going to be another genetic situation that's kind of just really going to depend on your genetics. But overall, decreasing your body fat percentage through like a calorie deficit is what's going to help minimize it. But I'm not going to tell you to do leg pulses. Like there's no exercise that's going to minimize your cellulite. Like I said, it's mostly genetic, and two, overall decreasing your body fat percentage will help. How many water bottles do you have? You mean like in a day? How much do I drink? How many fluid ounces is this? This is 20 ounces and 24 ounces. I would say I have 4 or 5 of these is like my goal for the day. All right, I need to wrap up. I said it was going to be an hour and I'm 10 minutes over. What else is new? I just hate not answering your questions because you guys take the time to come, you know? Did I make it to the live? Yes, you did. I find it difficult to stay positive and hopeful sometimes with things that are happening in the world, but basically any tips for staying positive when surrounded by negative things or people? It feels so consuming in my mind and soul. I'm not that way, but it feels like it seeps in, you know. I definitely understand that, and you probably are kind of an empath of some sort, I would say. But I completely understand that. And this is where like sometimes I feel very cold and like unrealistic. I'm gonna fully admit that with my mindset and the way I view life. But like at the same time, I'm just like, what else is there to do? I think the news, it's the same thing. Whatever you focus on grows. So like the news makes things seem, not to discredit what's going on in the world by any means, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but like when there's so much negative stuff concentrated in one place on the news, it's like obviously you're gonna be like, well shit, this place freaking sucks. Like we're living in an awful time period, all this stuff, when there's still so much good that rarely ever gets talked about or gets highlighted because for whatever reason, us humans have been programmed and enjoy talking about things that are hard and complaining and all that stuff. So it's like, yes, it could be naive or ignorant, more so is the better word, to like not feed into or like pay attention to those negative things that's happening in the world. But it's like at the same time, I truly genuinely believe that life is like the yin yang symbol. There's just as much bad as there is good in the world, and it's kind of up to you to decide like what you want to control, or not control, what you want to give life to. Like I'm not going to sit here and say that bad things aren't happening in the world. Not at all. There's tragedies every day that I don't understand why people go through such hard things when I'm able to like stay here in this super safe space and like love my life. I don't understand it. I don't know. It seems so unfair, but at the same time, it's what seamlessly completes the whole, is what I always say. It's kind of like you need the bad to genuinely create contrast. So I think like for you to be able to even know what good even exists. And I know that people say that like you need the bad days to appreciate the good, but I mean it in terms of like you genuinely need contrast. Because think about if there was like piece of like if there was a surface and it all was the exact same texture, you would have no clue that there was any sort of differentiation. But if one side was fuzzy and the other side was soft, that difference in contrast is what actually creates the separation or the difference between the two. So that's what I say that's what I mean when I say like you need contrast in life. Circling back, I think it just comes down to like knowing that like, again, extend your heart out to those who are suffering or are going through hard times, but do what you can to control what you can in the now. I think so many people get lost in these negative things that are happening in the world, that then it's causing their current situation to be negative when it has nothing to do with them, when there's nothing that they're going to do right now to fix those people that are across the world that are suffering or something like that. So it's kind of like, and I always say like you can't, being sad and down and low vibration is not helping the overall vibration of the planet. If anything, it's contributing to that negative vibration that so many people are caught up in, and this like mental prison that so many people are caught up in. So I think like just doing what you can to remain hopeful overall, and know that like the best thing that you could do is be a beacon of light and of love and embody that and help to distribute that to others around you. Because I feel like that's how you change the world on the micro scale. And then that is what, kind of trickles in and expands to other people. And then that's what like collectively compounds to create a very positive ripple effect of change. So I don't know. I kind of went on a tangent. I hope it kind of helped, but I don't know. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's kind of like stay in your world, stay in your lane, and like do what you can to be positive and to be helpful for the world now. And for a lot of people, the best thing that they can do is be a beacon of love and light and tune into their authentic self, because it's way more powerful than people think. Ryan B, we are live, dude. Hello from Australia. Hello. I'm so upset you just go live when I'm at school. I'm sorry, Alyssa. How has your training been with the wrist? I wish that we could all somehow coordinate one specific time, because so many people are in so many different time zones. It's like hard to find a time that works for everyone. Training has honestly not been that inhibited. Upper body has definitely taken a toll. In full transparency, because I always get asked about body dysmorphia, like I've been kind of feeling that with my upper body. Like it just looks kind of soft and flat, which I know is temporary, but it has been like getting to me a little bit. So I don't really, it's not like eating me up that I haven't been able to train upper body, but like I'm starting to kind of miss it a little bit. My lower body days are still like I can still do a lot. And I'm kind of, again, I still am enjoying like the change in the struggle. Like it's making mundane things that I used to do in the gym a little bit more difficult, just because I need to find a different way to do it. So yeah, training has still been overall good. I used to be vegan, and that is true. I love animals so much and hate to feel I'm contributing to their suffering in factory farms, but I just wasn't as healthy when I was vegan. I'm an omnivore. Yeah, it's like, I agree with that, Jenny, and it's like, not that I really don't like look at vegans any certain way or don't think it works, like not at all. It's just like, because I do, like, it's so true. Like, that's one thing, like, I definitely don't want to support factory farms. Like, and I want to get to a point where I'm financially, like, stable and independent enough where I can buy, like, really high quality meat that I know is raised, like, in a humane, proper way that's the most natural that it can be. That's, like, definitely my goal. But I do feel like it kind of, like, it just is, it's been since the beginning of time. Like, this is, again, my opinion. I don't want to be coming at anybody. Like, you know, it's a very open space for everybody here. But I just think that, like, it's also a way of life, like the circle of life. Like, I think back in the day, like with hunters and gatherers, I don't think they definitely didn't eat meat as often as we do now, the average American. Like, I don't eat like straight up beef and chicken and all that every single meal. I try to only have it like once a meal a day. But, like if I can, but I just think like it is a part of life. It's like animals, people, like even back in the day, like we ate other things to survive. It's just like the circle of life. It's like the natural process function of life. Not to say that I don't understand why people do it for the sake of the animals, but I think like another counter argument for being the devil's advocate is just like, that's how I personally feel about it, is I'm like, but it is kind of the natural way of life, of how life has worked. And I understand like also the kind of argument to me could be like, well, times have changed. Like we're supposed to progress as a human species, which I get that as well. So I don't know, many opinions. Juna, hello. Ryan B, what do you think about Orgain plant-based protein powder? I feel like I tried it once, like years ago. It was all right. I don't really like that brand. I just personally haven't heard of amazing things about like, don't quote me on this because this is just what I heard and I haven't looked into it enough because there was other plant-based proteins that I enjoyed anyways. But I heard that they don't have like the cleanest ingredients list or something of the sorts. I don't know. Love that you're always wearing jewelry. All the best from Brazil. Thank you, Iris. Yeah, I finally put my jewelry back on this hand and I feel like myself again. Especially when those negative people end up affecting things like my finances or losing my job. I don't know, maybe too specific. Yeah, and that's where it's like I don't even feel comfortable speaking in that regard because I don't want to speak for something that's like I don't have the right to or like that I've never been in that position. But yeah, I mean, that's when it's hard when it's starting to affect your like daily life. But again, like I think that could also be a sign to like you need to remove yourself from that environment of negative people, whether that being in your workplace or who's handling your finances. Like I know I don't know your situation, but like don't be afraid to freaking reset if you need to reset and be around better people. Do you have a TikTok? Yes, I do, Ryan. It's at Live Fit. Hi from Cali. Hello. I'm not usually into spiritual stuff where your vibe is just infectious. 43 kind of getting me into it. I love that. Okay, my theme is spirituality, which I've been like diving way more into it. Like these past like 4 months, I feel like I've gone through kind of like another spiritual awakening situation. When I first got into spirituality, it was totally for the sake of just personal development. I think there's like there's so much that goes hand in hand with spirituality and personal development. And so that's like kind of why I started it. And so I think there's two sides of spirituality. Like you don't need to be like a woo-woo witch to like be into spirituality. I think if you're someone who wants to just like get into a deeper experience of life and like develop who you are as a person, spirituality is totally there for you, that without you getting into like woo-woo stuff. But if you want it as more of kind of like a religion-ish type thing or like a faithful practice, it's also there for you in that sense too. So that's why I love spirituality. I think it's genuinely is whatever you make it, but the underlying tone of whether it being for strictly personal development or for a faithful practice or for a connection with others, all of it, its underlying tone is to look back and turn within yourself and find the answers that you seek and like this inner peace. And that's why I really, really love it. Yeah, another wonderful Live Fit Live. Thank you, Jetty. I need to wrap this up, but I'm so stuck. Oh my gosh, there's still so many. Oh, you're wearing your own Honor Active hoodies. I love that. Love the people here. Love the vibe of everyone. I love this. You guys, we kind of have a sick freaking squad. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The amount of like-minded people that we have in this community is kind of like abso-freaking-lutely. Thank you for the congrats on the jump rope, Alyssa. I was freaking stoked. Liv has such a wonderful, energetic, positive hand. Thank you, Suki. Do you mean this hand? Because she's pretty energetic. Can you talk about where you've previously met your significant others? I love that question. I obviously want to, I'm sure you mean like boyfriend or like partner, but I thought of also like friends and stuff. My like really close friends, because they're a significant person in my life. I honestly, my closest friends now are friends that I met. My best friend, I met her when I was like, I don't even remember life without her. I was so young. I was like 2 or 3. They were my neighbor. And then my other friends are from high school that I still know. And then my most recent friends, I met them at the gym. And then in terms of like my boyfriends, again, met my first one just in high school through friends. My second one, I just knew him in high school. And he like randomly had Snapchatted me, but he was like, I don't know. And then I guess those were like my 2 consistent boyfriends, like official boyfriends. And then I've like talked to other people, but never like, I don't know, it never like turned into something like serious. One guy, like I met him at a party in college. Then like I met them, like other people just to be like mutual friends. This other guy who I was with for like, honestly almost a year, but like, it was a me thing. I like didn't want to commit, getting super personal, but like I just wasn't in the space to commit. So it was like a very casual thing, but we were like talking for like about a year. And I met him because he was my kickboxing trainer. So I don't know, I just meet people like randomly. Most recently I met a guy through mutual friends. So it's usually through the gym or mutual friends, to be honest, especially now since I'm out of college. I see your point on a high protein vegan diet, but I think you will enjoy finding substitutes. I can give you a whole lecture on it, but I'm sure you'll be finding some good sources. Thanks for reading me. Of course, Victoria. No, I do want to hear your guys' opinions about it. That's just like one thing, like you guys know how much I want to eat a whole food-based diet with like the least amount of processed things. And I personally, what I see online, which again, this is me not doing enough research, but what I've had seen in passing is a lot of creators who end up just like eating vegan protein powder 3 times a day to get their protein in. And I don't want to, that's to me where I struggle, because I'm like, okay, like I understand now you're not eating animal product, but now you're eating something that's more processed that you're putting in your body 3 times a day. So I see really both sides. I just need to do more research. Thank you. Slapdash Dingo said, Liv, you're amazing. Thank you. Maria, love your content so much. Just curious, do you believe in God? Absolutely no judgment, just genuinely curious. Guys, the fact that I know I read these so fast. She said, do you believe in God? Absolutely no judgment, just genuinely curious. I need I said I was gonna leave a half an hour ago, and I just keep talking because I love these talks with you guys, and I love that we can talk about these things, and I really wanna emphasize like how much I love that this is just a judge-free zone and that we can accept each other's opinions, because I think that's so crucial to being I think being an open-minded individual is important. I do believe in God. I grew up super Catholic, super religious. I went through a private Catholic school. There was uniforms. We would pray before every single class. We would have school-wide mass. I was like baptized. I had my first communion. I had my confirmation. Like those are just different like sacraments that you receive when you're Catholic. As you like get older to I don't really know how to describe them. They're just kind of like inductions to be like deeper into the church, if you will. My parents are still rather religious, but I'm definitely more spiritual now, but I 100% still believe in a higher power. I don't feel a need to personify that power like I used to. I don't feel a need to, because I feel like in terms of religion, people have, because normally as humans, we want to our brains try to compartmentalize things, put things in compartments and identify things. And I think it makes people, my opinion, I think it makes people feel safer thinking that the higher power is in a human form. I don't necessarily feel a need to personify the higher power or think it's this male figure. I just don't. Not to say that I don't think that's true. I'm not gonna ever just come at someone and say I don't, that's not right. I just personally think that God, spirit, the universe, that's all the same thing. I think it's just this higher power that's everywhere. And I know that sounds really far out there, but I just think it's I don't think it's this some man in the sky. I think God and the higher power is within us, it's around us, we embody it, it embodies us. It's the flow, it's the oneness of life. That's what I think God is. But I think there's way too many synchronicities and stuff that just are can't be explained. Like, I believe in angels, but I guess I refer to it more as, I don't say like, I don't like pray to God, but I'll like refer to the universe as uni. Some of you guys have heard me say that, but I'll be like, oh, the uni's here. Like if something synchronistic happens, I'm like, uni, like what are you up to? Or something like that. So yeah, thank you for that question. That's very interesting. And regarding vegan processed foods, I ate them very rarely, so at the end it depends on you and what you want to fuel your temple. That's very true. That's what I mean. I think that's me like lacking knowledge. Like there's definitely other ways to get protein in a vegan way without turning to processed sources, and I can't like only like take into account what I've seen like other creators make for videos, you know? Yeah, and if you let bad distract you, you'll miss all the opportunities of good that will still happen. As often as bad happens, good happens too. Yes, Mal, is that how you say it, or Mal? Yeah, I definitely, that's what I mean. Like, it's like, I know it sounds like ignorant, like insensitive, but at the same time, it's like, what else is there left to do? It's like the same thing when I broke my wrist. It's like, people are like, I can't believe you're so positive. It's like, what else do you want me to do though? Like sit and sulk? Like, how is that gonna help anything? Like, what's that gonna do when you're like sitting here so frustrated, upset, that's taking away your inner peace, your inner goodness, taking away your light, your love, your goodness that could help to contribute to the goodness of your current situation, of what you can control, the people that you're gonna encounter in your everyday. When like, you know what I mean? It's like taking this situation that has you can't control it today. You can't control something bad that's, you know, like most of us aren't in a place of leverage or privilege or position or of power to have helped something that's happening halfway across the country or across the world. And now it's like gonna steal your peace, make you in a bad mood. And then now you're contributing that to your immediate environment, which you can control. You know what I mean? Like, I just think people underestimate. I don't have like again, there's no like scientific backing that I have for this, but like I know and I believe in my heart, people embodying true authenticity, having true self-love and inner peace, that is the most powerful position a person can genuinely be in terms of being in a place to contribute goodness to the world. I just really believe that. I think there's something about being in your authentic power that is unstoppable, and I think if everyone truly did that, everyone would be like truly genuinely happy and would want to contribute goodness to each other. Like happy people want other people to feel happy. Like I just think it's like a fundamental, you know what I mean? All right, guys. I really need to go and I don't want to, and I'm trying to read all these, but. Okay, last one, Francesca, just because it's at the end. Can I hear your opinion on deloading? I want to keep lifting heavy, but I've just been weak and I've decided to go on a deload. I've gotten this question recently, so I feel like I meant to answer it. Deloads are 100% valid. That's something I honestly learned about like recently. Like I didn't know about them until this year. I think they're totally valid. They totally have their place, especially if you feel like you feel weak, like you said, or you feel like your strength is plateauing, or you feel burnt out. Just basically all that involves is just kind of like cutting your weights kind of in half just for the week, just like decrease the intensity to let your body still go through the motions and through the movement pattern, but not be so stressed out with like a crazy load. You know what I mean? So, thank you guys so much. This was actually an amazing talk. I feel like I was really genuinely talking with my friends. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. This will be saved on my channel. Thank you again so much for 40K. And I can't believe all you people showed up to my surprise live. I love you guys so much. Have a good day. Happy Wednesday or whatever day it is if you're in Australia or New Zealand. I love you guys so much. And